Hello everyone, good evening. Tonight we would like to talk to you about the use of bicycles in Macau, especially on this side in the peninsula. As you all may know, the government has been increasing the restrictions on the use of bicycles in the city, and it is becoming forbidden almost everywhere now. On the other hand, however, in Taipei and Kuluan, the government is increasing the promotion on the use of bicycles. But as we can read here on the tourism official website, it is forbidden to cross any of the bridges by bicycle, which is kind of awkward in our opinion. Anyway, going back to the peninsula, we can easily point out the main restraining issues. So we have traffic jams almost every day, we have air pollution, and we even have our fair share of crazy drivers. Just last year, we had 15,000 accidents in Macau in the traffic. One other issue is the local tropical weather, which is not so comfortable sometimes. But we can easily find many examples of other severe weather cities where bicycles are still seen as a means of transportation. It is the case of Copenhagen, Amsterdam, or Rio de Janeiro, for example. But one bigger problem, though, is the high urban density. In the peninsula, it is very dense. It is so dense that most streets are not wide enough to accommodate bike lanes. But even so, the territory itself, it is quite flat. And because of that, we started looking around in search of other opportunities. Due to being a peninsula, Macau has an immense coastline with a wide variety of waterfronts, from the outer harbor to the inner harbor, the lakes, the Vaichique area, and many more. But unfortunately, these all are usually neglected by tourists and even by residents. So what we did, we looked into some old pictures and we found out that in the old days, people used to ride their bicycles on a daily basis. And this made us realize that bicycling in Macau is not such a strange and remote possibility after all. At this point, we started looking for some reference projects. This one here is the Danish pavilion for the Shanghai Expo. It was designed to honor the traditional use of bicycles in Denmark and to call our attention for the fact that environmental care and sustainability are not necessarily a sacrifice nowadays. We also looked into another project, this time in New York City. This is the Highline project, and what they did was to renovate an old railway, and they made it possible for people to move from one point to the other in the city. They also added some resting areas, and now it is becoming a major attraction in the city. So taking all this into consideration, we tried to combine these two problems, the use of bicycles and the neglected waterfronts, and to try to come up with a solution, a viable proposal to make Macau a better place.
So we grab mainly three problems. We want to build a bike lane, there is a high density on the city, and we want to recover the waterfront. So we came into this concept of a giant ring that loops around the city. And we grabbed this idea and we adapted to the form of Macau. This giant ring has 13 kilometers, and it goes into Zhuhai waterfront, and it crosses the lakes, and it crosses the outer area of the harbor. And you can cycle this ring in 1 hour if you go very, very slowly. So we went to see what is being done in these areas, and we find this project from the government for area close by, near the MGM, and we think the bike lane could be easily adapted to this project. This is how it's going to look like in 2020. We also found out this project for the Zhuhai waterfront. They are recovering the waterfront, and in 2020 it will look like this. So Zhuhai has now 5,000 public bicycles that you can rent spread by the city. So Macau has a lot to catch up in this area. We steal this simulation that represents what we think the bike lane could be. Here we can see that it's not only for bicycling, it's for other sports, for sightseeing, for fishing, for anything you want. So we went and looked for the environmental benefits. And as you can see, there are a lot of benefits. The reduction of the CO2 emissions, free workout, free pollution, free parking, you save in the gym. So we went to check what are the business opportunities related with the bike line. And we find these examples, just a few examples. There are dozens of them. We think that with the right marketing, the bike line could be an icon in Macau. It could be compared with the Ama Temple or the Macau Tower. People can come to Macau to experience the ride across the city and seeing Macau from a different perspective. So we try to imagine how the ring will look like in the future. So we look into the past. We did this scheme for the last 200 years for Macau's development. And as you all know, Macau has been growing exponentially. And we believe in the future it will continue to grow. So we create this image of what we believe the future of Macau will be. So inside the red line, you can see Macau as it is today. And outside of the red line, you can see the future. And here, the bike lane represents a stage in the urban development of Macau. Thank you.